Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Let me confirm if you can hear me, please.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Can anybody hear me? I'm just talking to myself.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir. We can hear you, sir.
All right, all right,
Yes, I can hear you,
all
sir.
right. Okay, thank you very much.
You can hear you.
All right, we have to commence. Yeah. Um, we're supposed to uh have been done with the day 2, but due to we need to cover the entire day 2, then every every day that we have class, we must build a project for each day. We've done for the 1. Who can remind me the project we built in the 1? Who can remind
Cohort
me?
generation app or something like that.
Yes,
Cohort generation.
exactly. We build cohort generation app in the 2. So the 1, the 2, so that's at the 1. In the 2, we are going to be building what I call tip calculation. Um, so we are going to be building a tip calculation. When I was growing up um, as a young boy, so a so what we do then is that when we go out to eat, we buy a plate of food and then we share it among ourselves. So after we are done eating, then we split the bill. So we are going to be building a tip calculation 1, and then also in that tip calculation we do bill splitting. So I'm not really good at mathematics, so I prefer always splitting, doing using a lot of calculators to calculate whatever whenever I'm doing my calculation. So we're going to be building. So this app, how this app work. The functionality is that we can come up with like a percentage of a tip. So like if we buy a particular thing and then that's a tip amount on top of it, okay, let's add 10%. Then add 10%, then we split it among ourselves to pay. So we're going to be building that at the end of this class. But before I move ahead, let's do an overview. Let's do an overview of the previous class we had, and then if anybody have any concern regarding the previous class, can also quickly reach out. I can ask question for us to put the person through. I want everybody to be carried along on this training, regardless of whether you're a slow learner or a fast learner. So we have our material, and I believe everybody should have this material by now. And some people are finding it difficult to get access to the material. So I hope you all have access to our materials. So we have sets, which we are going to be looking at today, dictionaries. Then we have done lists. That's what we did the last class. So I can easily copy here and there. Look for list. So you can see Python list. This is section 10. That way you can find section 10 on Python list. That's actually what we did the last class on section 10. So if you have your material, go to section 10, and then you can go through the list, how to create lists, and how to uh, check the length of a list, which we use learn. To also learn how to to add, remove, update list, which we use append. I don't know if you did that the last time, but however, let's review our code. How we did the last time. That will also help us to present an overview of what you have done. Now tomorrow, um, tomorrow on Thursday will be our project presentation. President, are you here so that I can make that announcement on the group? President, can you hear me? President. President. Okay. Thursday will be our project presentation for the last assignment that we're given. I remember the assignment, but I believe that we all know the assignment about the building a particular app. I wouldn't remember. So the presentation commences on Thursday. The deadline submission is on Wednesday. This Wednesday. So make sure that you've been able to carry out their own project, and that should be done here. So what you'll be submitting is the repository of this replet. So you are required to submit the repository of the replet. That's what you are required to submit for the project presentation, and this is where you are going to present directly on this replet. And we will resume our scoring scheme. So our scoring scheme I've resumed this week, and we want to make sure that we are very serious this time around to ensure that everybody is doing the right thing. So our scoring scheme I've resumed. So if you don't do project, and you feel like you'll be carried along, you'll be unfortunate that the system may log you out. So to avert that, ensure that you submit your project, and make sure that you not only submit the project, all the code members also submit the project as well. Because call will be recorded both on code and also on individual. Then the code meeting. Some codes are not having their code meeting, and it's also very important that during your code meeting, you explore. Don't just rely on what I'm telling you here. That's why I have code meeting. Our meeting days is 2. Our code meeting days is 2. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2. So those cohort meeting time, it's a time to explore, learn more things, and master the one that have been taught. Very, very important. So let's move ahead. So the last class, we learn about data type, numeric type, and their class. Then we learn the numeric data type, which is the number, the floats, the integers, and the complex numbers. Then you also check its instance. So this instance is used to check if the instance of the class is either an float or an integer. So this code on code line 13, what is happening here is that we'll use an instance to check if this y variable here that is assigned to a value of float class is a float, and if the float should return yes, if it's not, it should return no. Then we also did conversion, type conversion, where we convert a name which assign a value of skyline to an integer, and of course we are going to be having error on this area. Then we also did a type conversion of string from s have the value of 200, then we convert it to a string. Then we also learn about concatenation as well. Then also we learn about the f string, where we use f string to, instead of concatenating. So we did use f string to convert this to, we use a string to convert the x, which is 200, to string. But here we did not use that. Use f string. Then we have our bracket with variable, and then we have our bracket with x is 200 without converting. So we learn about the string, which we also the classes and the stream hello. Then we move ahead to learn about sequence, which is list. And I told you that lists are a data structure in Python, and they use list are identified using what we call can you guys hear me? I'm just talking to myself. Okay, you guys can hear me. List
Hear
are,
you, sir.
okay, good. List are identified using the data structure, which is zero indentation. So if we have 300, 300, 900, and 500, and we want to check the indentation of this list, which we going to use 0, 0, 1, and 2. So we also use a list conversion to convert a particular object to a list. So what we did here was to, these are like tuple. So of course we check the type of the result as a tuple. Then we also convert that tuple to a list, and then we also use the result to print it out. So this is actually calling a zero index list on a list. So we also use the cohorts, cohort 1 and cohort this. We created a list, and we access the first and last list. So the first list we use with 0 index, while the last list we use what, 5 index. Like I told you, the list start from what, 0. Intersection of list start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to print cohort. Then we also print how is my old cohort. Here is my old cohort, and then which we use f string to print it out so that it can help us control more formatting. So we also learn how to add uh, add list in item in a list, which we use what we call append, right? So we append cohort 30 on the list, which we also print out the cohort 30 to see if that item has been updated. So we also learn how to change item in a list. So what we did was to change an item in a list, and we call that item by using the word, the index number, and then assign it to cohort 18. Then we print student. We also move ahead to remove item from the list by using what, using the name of that item, and use .remove method to remove that item. So we also loop into list by using for each cohort. So like I told you, this for each, this each an empty variable. This variable is not, does not exist, so you don't need to use an existing variable to loop. So you can write any random variable, then you loop into here. So just like you are using this variable to check in, to loop into here, automatically this variable now have all the list of cohorts, which you are going to also uh, print out as well. That what we did. Okay, we also learn about dictionaries. Do we do dictionaries? Okay, we didn't go in depth on dictionaries, but what we did was to look at another type of dictionary, and I told you that the list use index to get each item of the list. is ordered, and then it's immutable. That immutable means that we can change it, delete it, update it, then allow duplicate, which I said that this allowed what? Duplicate. So basically, last class we learned about list in Python, and of course assignment we are given, which we are to present this Thursday. Very, very important. So regarding the last class, do we have any question regarding the last class on the list? You have any question so that we can look into that now? Look into that before we move ahead to list, to a new topic. Okay, as you are aware, we are going to be looking at, in today's class, we are going to be learning about some functionality like dictionaries, tuples, Boolean, sets, right? So that's what we are going to be looking at today class. Let me quickly comment on this. So let me collapse this. So we have dictionaries, then tuple, mass, Boolean, and then sets. So this is what uh, we are going to be looking at today in Python. All right, let's go back to our book and quickly go search for. So dictionary. So that is the section 13 in our book, section 13. Uh, trying to see broken. Okay, we're looking at dictionary. Before we move into that, I also need to understand some. Excuse me. So we also need to understand some basic usage of dictionary in Python. Some basic uses in dictionary in Python. Who can tell us the basic usage in dictionary in Python? Why do we need dictionary? Why we need dictionary in Python? Who can tell us? Who can tell us? I want the class to be very interactive, please. To be very, very interactive. Who can tell us? Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's look at dictionary. I will first start with my own definition before I move into um, now first we need to understand what is dictionary. Of course, dictionaries in Python are very, very essential, very, very important uh, due to their uniqueness. Unlike lists, dictionaries have what we call uh, key value pairs. So key value pair, and let me show you something like okay, let's say for instance, um, if we want to store the list of local government, let's say ward in a particular local government, or maybe list of let's say list of person information, let's say person personal information, like of course name, when they call the name, and the name will have the value of that name, and then you have phone number will have the value of that phone number. It's not like that in lists. We are going to compare list and dictionaries, so we're able to know what are the difference between list and uh, dictionary. So dictionary is actually an inbuilt Python data structure. Like you all were aware, it's actually an inbuilt uh, data structure. Um, it allows you to store data in key values, right? Key value pair. Now, what do you mean by key value pair? So let's look at the practical aspect of it. So, like I said, dictionary allow you to store data in Python uh, in key. So when we talk about key, let's say I have name of a person, and of course, when you look at list, so this is list, let's say list. So inside this list, as a uh, personal info, right? So in this personal info, let's create a list. Of course, you know that if you want to create a list, we use this use the square brackets to create a list. So this empty list is automatically change the variable to a list with
Hello,
the
sir. I can
yeah.
see your screen.
Sorry,
I can see your screen, sir.
can anyone see my screen?
The screen is up, sir.
Yes, you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see
Or
your
maybe
screen.
your
Your
network
screen
is
is working perfectly fine.
your network.
Maybe yeah, it's from your end.
Okay, let's just say we print a type of personal info. So the type of personal info we can see the class where this particular dictionary belongs. So you can see that this is a list. And they also did the same thing with personal info, um, personal info. So this personal info, um, so if you want to create a dictionary, right, um, use what we call the curly bracket. So this is a curly bracket. Have you seen the difference? Let's print it out. So here we have the uh, square bracket. Here we have the curly bracket. You can as well print, and then when you print that, let's quickly print that out. You notice that we have the and what are the differences and why do we need it? Now, let's say I have list of friends, right? So here I can say Odisa. Okay, let's have this Odisa, 25 years, male, not female, not be Bobrisky. All right. So height. Then let's also have something like software dev. Also have something like have some like Nigeria. Then so we have something like this AI. If we should not allow, if you allow me type what I want to type. Then let's have like so we have something like right. So right. Um, we also have um, a 3K. All right. So now, when you look at this information, these are personal information. Let also add like location. Okay, let's leave it this way. So this is my personal information, right? I'm 25 years old, male, dev, and then Nigeria. Then let's also have something like company, Skyline, CT. Right. So this is actually who is that? What do you have to say? Want to say anything?
So I was expecting line 11 to print set. I mean,
Sorry,
sorry, line 13. I was expecting that line 13 will be set. So I was
like
wondering why is a dictionary.
line what?
13. Also
13.
expecting the output to be set like an
No,
empty.
this is not said. This is dictionary. You can see it here now. You can see it here.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Because last class we learned about set and it was stored in curly brackets like this.
You said what? I think quickly read
Last
that.
class we talked about set and it was stored in brackets like this.
Okay, set, right?
Yes,
They
sir.
are not
So,
they are not the same. You will see it now. You will see it. They are not the same. Set does not have key values. Are you getting me?
yeah. So what if we want to just define an empty set and now print the type, check the type?
Okay, you have to use sets like this.
Or
Let me show you. Let me show you. Just if you want to have an empty set, right? So what you need to do is here. Let's have this set. So we can say uh personal info 2. So we call the sets. So if we print this, I don't know, let work on this. Too long. Okay, print this. So we print this type of sets. Of course, you are going to have sets. Let's do it. What is this? Let's scroll down. Like something is down here. Let us comment on this. All right. Let's also clear this as well. So when you look at this, you can see that we have what sets, which is this, right?
yes, sir, I've seen it.
Yes. We'll look at both. We're going to cover both tonight, compare both and see the difference. So very important. So now, like I was saying, here is the list of objects. We can quickly print it out. Quickly print this. Now we have manual. So I will not be teaching everything. I'll just teach the basic. Then I'll give you assignment to go and read on the manual so we can move on. So you can see that this is actually a list of objects that we have here. Now, the reason when you look at this list, it's not really well structured and well organized, right? If we want to get skyline, for instance, right? We will what we are going to do is to get to just call them by the index, right? By their index, I can see I want to get yes, I want to get this 0. I want to get Olisa. So I just click here, then get Olisa, right? Now then let's compare to dictionary. If we want to achieve this on dictionary, it's um actually very straightforward and very unique. So like I was saying earlier, if we want to achieve that in dictionary, so what we need to do is it's a very simple process, very simple process to achieve this. So what I'm going to do here is come to this dictionary, then here I'll have my dictionary. Then like I told you, dictionary is a data structure with what key and what and value, right? Each key is separated from the value using the column, right? Using this column. So let's say I have full name, full name. So full name. So the column, yes. Who is that? So in this full name, I have Olisa Skyline, right? So let me auto generate this. So when it come here now, you see that we have full name. Sorry. So this here is the key.
So a quote. A quote.
Sorry, I need to
A
put
quote.
code. Sorry about that. So yeah. So now this key here is the word. This is called a key, and this is called what? A value. So like I told you, the dictionaries has what we call keys and words and value, right? Why the list does not have keys and value, right? You can only access it using what? The indentation. Now this is the personal info. We have full name Usamakoli Skyline. Then next one I'm going to do here is to quickly call the age. You can look at the age here, 25 years. So then also, sorry, remove this. Then the next one we're also going to be having here is like, we have like country or nationality. So if I want to have this, I have country. So let's say country, Nigeria, and occupation, software developer, can say salary. Salary 3K, city, we can have the city, so like Port Harcourt. So this is a dictionary, right? So this is actually a dictionary, and when you look at both two codes, you notice that the dictionary is more organized than what than the list. So let's print this out and see what's going to happen quickly. Print personal info. I'm going to comment on this. I also want to clear. Let's comment on this. So when I comment on this, notice that we have the keys, then the value. So I want you to know something. This is actually the key, and this is what the value. You can use it to store, multiple information in can use it to store multiple information in Python, and then this is actually a dictionary. So before we move ahead, let's go back to our manual, and I want to show you the difference. Okay, let us also access. Let's say, for instance, I want to access the key of this particular dictionary, right? I want to access the dictionary using either the key or using what? The value. To access dictionary value, you can learn how to access the key and also learn how to access the value. But the most important thing is to access what? The value. If I want to access the dictionary value, so what I need to do here is to call dictionary, then I pass in the name here. So when you pass in the name here, you will see that we have the city, the country, the full name, which we are going to choose. Let's say I want to access the salary of Skyline, then I click on this. Then when I run this, I will access what let's delete this. Then when I load, I will access the salary of Skyline, which is 3,000 naira monthly. So we can also print as well. To access personal information, then you can access the age. Then what I also will do here is that I will call the f stream, because the f stream, you are aware that what the f stream does, right? So we call the f stream. Then when we call this f stream, I will use it the last class. So this is the f stream. So here, who can tell me how to turn this to a variable? Who can tell me how to turn this to a variable? Like we want to access this as a variable in the f string. What are we going to use? These are the last
Curly
class.
bracket.
Yes, we use the curly bracket, right? We use the curly bracket. So here, don't use double bracket. This don't use a single one. Use a single one. Then I also what I can do here is that I'll say Olisa Olisa curly and N3000 every month, right? So Orisa Macaulay N3000 every month. So let's quickly reload this. Then when we load, you can see the Orisa Macaulay N 3,000 naira what. So let's make it naira. So we need to put but no be like most people don't think that's in a dollar, it's naira. Right. So Orisa Macaulay N 3,000 naira every month. So this is how we can get the value using the words this sign. I want you to note this. Before we move ahead, we'll go into that in depth. Let's look at dictionaries in section 313. So in this section, we will learn about dictionary, Python dictionaries, how they are created, accessing, adding, removing elements from them, and various built-in methods. Python dictionary is an ordered collection which starts from Python 3.7 of item. It stored element in key value pair. So keyword value pairs. So this is what we call the key and the value. I want you to know that the key and the word and the value. Then it stores elements in key value pairs. Here, keys are unique identifier, of course, that are associated with the value. That's why when you come here, you use the keys to their unique word identifier. So unique identifier means they can't be the same name, right? It can only be the full name. You can't have full name twice in dictionary. So they're actually very unique and unique identifier that are associated with each value. Now let's see an example. So if you want to store information about countries and their capital, we can create a dictionary with country names as keys and capitals as well as values, like what we just did. We can't do that in a list. Can you do that in the list? Can you do that in the list, everyone? The answer is no, right? So if you look at what we did here, we created a list of countries, right? List of capital city, Naples and Italy, Rome, England, etc. and etc. So this list of countries and their and their capital. So we can print that and then we get the list of all countries. Now, dictionary are used to store excuse me. All right. So dictionaries are used to store data's values in key value pair. A dictionary is a collection which is ordered what changeable and does not allow multiple, right? It does not allow multiple. That means you cannot have multiple objects in a word in a dictionary. Like I said earlier, it's actually introduced in Python 3.7. So here you can see that we have the dictionary. So dictionary are created like this. So this is actually a brand of car, and then we also have dictionaries that are ordered, not changeable, which we've done earlier. Then you can see that the brand is the value, right? The brand value of dictionaries. So the brand is the keys, and forward is the word, is the value. So then we also have ordered or unordered. So remember ahead that dictionary does not allow duplicate. So of course, dictionary does not what allow what duplicate. Dictionary cannot have two items with the same keys, which we've seen. We've not seen that actually, but if you try to do that, and let's say let's come to this personal information. Let me also call another dictionary name like uh, let's see full name, right? Uh, full full name. So if you do that, and then you try to print, let me comment on this. Also comment. Try to print the personal name, personal info. Clear of this. You can see that we are having an error. And what error are we having? We're having full name Orisa Macaulay. He said syntax error on terminated stream illiterate dictated at what. So if you don't really know what the error is all about, you can copy this and copy, come to Google. Google should be a friend in programming. Then you can see uh, uh, this JavaScript. Always make sure that you read before you open. Then this is actually in JavaScript. Okay, let's see Python and see what's up. Seeds. So this article dives into exploring the case and solution of error. What syntax errors? This guy is actually telling you what syntax errors is all about, which is not actually what we are looking for. So now it's saying margins due to failure of closing. This guy is out of context, but the reason why we're having this error, as you are aware, because we are having duplicates. Okay, we're having error set. There's an error here.
There are other errors.
The quotes at the end.
People almost there.
Okay, there's an error here as well. So
You missed comma, then
yes,
you put.
yes. So there's an error here. If you go to the error, that's what the guy is saying. Sorry for the oversight. I think he's actually saying the same thing. So even giving you a screenshot that maybe due to you did not close, like here, line 3. Notice that I didn't close. Either you are having it on multiple line or you didn't close the other side. All right, I think that is the error. The duplicate will not show. Let's print that out. So we are having invalid syntax. So I think this invalid syntax.
You missed a comma after Port Harcourt.
No. We don't need to put
After Port Harcourt.
Okay.
We differentiate the yeah.
All right. So let's run it again. Okay, that's fine. I think what's happened here is that similar we said what happened that he muted, removed the other second name, which is this one. It's only one name that we have here, only one key. So it means that dictionary does not allow duplicate, as you can see here as well. So you can also use the length function to check the length of dictionary. Similar with list, we did that in list to actually check the length of dictionaries. So we use list to change the length of dictionaries. And another thing also, we look at to change how you can change dictionary, right? How you can change a particular uh, a particular dictionaries. That means to update, right? To update a dictionary. So let's quickly go to the next and see if we can have that. So the length, if you want to check the length of dictionary, it's actually very simple. We've done that before. So I will come to this place, then I put length, very simple, then open, then close this, also clear this, and then run it. We have the length of dictionaries, which is about, we're having 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, right? Count it, it will be 8. So let's move to the next. Then what we are doing next is yeah. So what we are doing next is very simple. So we are going to access dictionary item data type. So this value in dictionary can be found in any data type. Okay. So another thing also that we are doing here is that we can add a kind of a list to a dictionary, right? We can also add a list to a what? To a dictionary. So which is also very interesting. So let's check it out. Let's go back to this. So what we are going to do here is that inside the dictionary, we are going to add comma. Then here I will have students, Skyline students. So in this students, we are to have a list. So in this list, but to have a list. So in this list, I'll say we have Haitian, then the guy, we have config. Yeah, okay. So if we move ahead to print this dictionary, then remove this and then print dictionary. Of course, what do we have here? Okay, so let's try to access the students personal info, right? Okay. So let's access the students, just the students. All right. Okay. Where is this error coming from? Okay, I think let's try to access this full name. Yeah. Don't know why the error is coming from. Right, so they have this. They have. Okay. Are you sure this is the dictionary? Up. Like we are accessing a different one. Let's confirm. That is it. Okay.
The name is this. Okay, you've corrected it.
Yeah, we are accessing a different dictionary. I was surprised. Okay. Let's try to load this. Okay. Now, when you load this, you notice that what we are having here is the student, right? The student. You can also use like a list. You can also use the indentation to access one, which will give you the guy, right? What set t
Put the one outside.
no, it's okay. It don't need to be outside.
No.
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
Hold on. This. All right. Let's see. Okay, this will give us. So this actually give us the guy, right? So it means that we can have list inside a dictionary. So let's also look at like I said, I will not just do everything. I will not just do everything. So let's move on to the next one, which is to change updates. So if you want to update dictionaries, you use what we call update method to update your dictionary. Let's say you want to update something in your dictionary. So what we need to do is to quickly go to update, come back here, like I want to update something in the dictionary. So what I want to update, let me update like let me update like age, right? Let me update age. I'll come back here, and here I have I'll call my personal personal info, all right. So new personal info dot use what we call updates. So in this place, I'm going to pass in the key of what I want to update. So what key that I want to update? Let's say I want to update age, right? Inside this age, I will pass in so I pass in 35, right? Okay. Upload this update. Also this did the same thing now. Personal dot updates personal dot okay, sorry, I need to pass in the dictionary as well. So pass in the dictionary. So So this will actually update. So let's call back the let's print back the personal info. Let's print personal info. Also like comment on this, clear up this. So when you look at this update, because I'm not printing any update from here.
Personal info is wrong.
I
Line
don't know. Do
26.
you have any other personal info here? It's really confusing. I swear to God. Okay, let me comment on this because it's confusing me. All right.
Hello, sir. Does caps matter? Caps lock.
Yes,
Because
yes, it
one is carrying
matters.
capital letter I for the info. Look,
Invariable. It
the up
matters.
one is carrying capital.
It matters invariable. It matters invariable. So, we've done that before now. Are you not here from the first class? What we did variable?
No, no, I know. I'm just saying because one is carrying capital letter I for the info.
Yes, exactly.
The other
That's
one I
why.
carry. The other one I carry small letter.
That's why exactly. So if you come here, we notice that we have 35. So 35 has actually been updated. So let's look at add and remove item. Then we'll move on to the next agenda of the class. So we've been able to update, right? So let's look at how we can add item. So let me add more item on my dictionary. Because we are going to be building project on the dictionary. Better you learn it now, understand the dictionary. Don't just say we are only doing it. When we start building it, when we start building software, when we are using the dictionary, don't be a bit confused because we've done that before. So let me say this is actually, we can say this is update dic, right? Then so let's use add to add. So to add it, all we need to do is very simple. We call the personal info. So immediately they are giving us the personal info. We call what you want to add, and then later I want to add my email. Email equals to, let me put my email here. So I can even add more thing like personal info, passing this. Then I want to put so I can say my Twitter. So let's print the personal info also. Then let's print this quickly. Comment on this. Let me clear this as well. So we're having syntax error.
You don't put dots. Dots. What you want to do now?
Okay. You say what?
I
What?
thought in update you did a dot update, but that one you put dot add or dot anything that you wanted to carry out.
Oh no, we've done that already. Okay, can see. This one means add. This one means update. Update and add is different. Don't let the two of them not confuse you. Update means already existing dictionary. We are updating it. I get it. We are changing it to a new one. So let's look at remove, and then we'll call it off for this dictionary. So we have a lot. So you can go and explore by yourself. So remove, can tell her how to remove with 45 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, fire down.
You can use the delete, the del
Okay.
space, the dictionary name and
Can
the key.
use, yes, can use delete. There are different ways of deleting. So there are actually different ways of deleting, which so we are going to be looking at the first pattern way of deleting. So there are several ways method to remove. So we'll look at the one called method that remove the last. Okay, let's look at the method that remove the specific uh, key name. All right. So if we want to remove a specific key name, so what we need to do is that let's say we have this. We can say methods that method that remove item from dig with a specific key. Specific key name. So let's say you want to remove an item with a specific key name. So what I need to do is personal info. I use dot pop, right? So pop. Then I put in the key that I want to remove here, right? Let's say I want to remove age. So here is the age. Then let's update that. Let's print it out and see. Print. Then let's comment on this. Boom. You can see we don't have age here. But look at this, there's nothing like age. So
Something
let's
like that.
also to remove the last item, right? The last item in the we use pop item, right? So move the letter, the last, the remove the last incited item. So let's look at it here. So we can come here, personal info, then dot pop item. These are what we call what method, right? Method. Then can print. So print this personal info. Let's clear this. Boom. So the item that we remove, the last inserted item is what? This, and that was the one that was what? That was actually remove. So the last inserted item, which is Skyline ICT Twitter handle, is actually what we remove. So let's look at how you can as well uh, the one our brother just mentioned earlier about to delete, to remove, use the delete keyword to remove the item with a specific word name. It's also similar. It's similar with dot pop. So it's also similar with dot pop. So let's look at that. Here we have a personal info. Um, let's see dot. Okay, it's delete, right? Is there, right? Is it there? Then that is there.
There.
Then we call personal info. Then we pass in this, and then we choose a full name, right? So let's also print uh, print personal info. Then comment on this. Comment on this as well. This shall don't take time. It don't take like 30 minutes. All right. So you can see that the full name is no longer there. Now, there's another thing I need to do before, very, very important. The other thing I need to do is that how to loop into dictionaries. So to loop into dictionary, if we don't do this, it's going to give us issues. So let's say if you look at the way the dictionary is, you agree with me that it's not well filtered, right? Are you getting me? You agree with me that these are not well filtered. So we want to filter this, like to select this the way you select this, so we can have this cleaned. Let's say I want to loop into this and get just the let's say I want to get all the keys in the dictionary one by one, right? So I want to get the keys one by one, or I want to get all the values in the dictionaries, or I want to get let's say all the values in dictionary one by one, right? Then I also want to get something like all the values methods that will return all the value of a dictionary. Now you know what value is, right? So these are the values, right? Who can tell me how to get all the keys in the dictionary? All the keys, not just a particular key, all the key at all. Oh, going? Okay.
So we can use for
Okay, good. We use
for
for. Now,
key.
what is for? Some people are a bit not understanding for. A simple Google site will tell you what for is. So we go to Google for in Python meaning, right? I think we're not getting to that. They say for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence of data that leaks. So for means to loop means to enter. Like say I want to come inside this place, right? I want to come inside here and loop inside this here, then get all the information. So what I need to do is use for. Now, what for you are doing for, so what you are doing for, so for you can get any name at all. It can be B, it can be C, it can be A. So remember, if you just type a variable like full name without storing that variable, without storing it, and they call any variable without storing it a value, or without even creating that variable or storing it assign equals to, when they call that variable, they will tell you you have an error like what, and full name not what, not defined. It's also not the same with not the same actually with a loop. So I can say loop key. I can use anything at all, or X, right? In now, in what valuable are we looping into? So we are looping into this, which is what, personal what, info, right? Personal info. So what this thing mean is that we are using this S to come inside here. So everything, the value here will be stored inside what? Inside the X. Are we communicating? So when you do that, you put their dot and then you enter. Then what you are going to do is to print the X. So we print X. Let's see what's going to happen. Immediately we print S, you notice that what we have is what? Is the word, the key. Are we communicating? We're having the word, the key. Like I told you, you can see getting all the keys, right? So to get all the keys, we use the word, we loop into it. Now, what if we want to get the value, right? What if we want to get all the value? Who can tell us? Okay.
You still use for. If we are doing a different loop, we use for key value, key comma value.
Okay, for, let's say now we're not going to use S, but already use S. Let's say let's say for B in personal. What next? Uh-huh.
I can't hear you again. My
Yes,
network
what
is
next?
bad.
Want to get the value. What next?
For key value in personal info dot item function, the dot item method.
Yeah, you want to confuse us. So if you want to get the value, what you need to do is the B. Then if you want to print, uh you print. Then when you print, you call the name of the function, which is what? Uh personal info. Then you put in this angle square bracket, and B. So this B will get you the what? The value. So we can also see how we can get all the what? The value. Now, when you look at all this, let me comment on this so that we know what we are doing. All right. So to get all the whole value, so they said indentation what? Okay, bring this thing back. Bring it back. All right. So let's print it out. You notice that we have what? All the value. So who can tell us how to get what's that call it? How to get all the keys and value in dictionary. Who can tell us? You are getting it individually. How can we get all the keys and values at the same time? Okay.
So we still use a for
Okay.
key, comma, value. That's for A, comma, B in personal info dot item method.
I didn't get it.
For A, comma, B, that's for key and value, key, comma, value in personal info. Then you add the dot item method. But now print them separately.
Okay, let's see how we can do that. So where we'll say get both keys and what and value. So we use what for what? Key comma value, right?
Yes, sir.
For K and V. Here and V in, right?
Yes, sir. Personal
Item.
info
Personal info dot item. So this will give us all
dot
the value.
item.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My network
So
is bad.
the care. So the care here, let's say key, we can use any name at all. Then value, value. So now, if you look at what is happening here, the care stand for the key that we have here. Are we together? Why the value stand for this what we are having here. So then when we've done that dot items, so the items will get all the items inside this dictionary. Are we communicating? Then inside the dictionary. So what we are going to do is that if we want to print, in order to get clearer picture of this, we can use the f word function. Then you can say here, you can say keys, right? The keys, which is this, the value, which is this. Any question regarding this before I print it out? Anything anybody don't understand? To get all the keys and values. Is it entering? All right. Who have question? Okay. Who have question? Ask your question.
Okay, good evening, sir. From Jasper.
Yeah. Okay.
I realized that we are using the F format for the key.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to get a clear understanding there.
Who can explain this F format? Why are we using this F format? Who can tell us why?
The F string format enables us to write the string directly and then call the whether it's the variable or whatever, call it directly too. So right here now, this key column is string. Why this curly bracket key is the variable, or is a variable as in the key object anything inside that curly bracket is either is a variable or a term, as in a term in Python.
Yeah,
In
let's call it variable. Let's call it. Okay, let's write this thing now. Let's write it. I can say print. Yeah. So inside this print, I'll have I can say key. Then this is it. Are you getting me? So it's almost. Do you understand this one now?
Yes.
Okay,
Fine.
good and fine. So let's shape this in front. So it's also the same thing, but this is what we call the F function. Are you not yet? Are you not yet the last class? The last two class also? I think you are not. I'm sure. That's why you need to be attending. Are you here in the last two class? Talk true. Talk true.
Yes, I was, but I didn't finish the class. The reason I'm asking is that if the thing, for instance, if that key, like we have F curly bracket, then we have key, which which is the same word and the same spelling with the
This one.
key function, the key value there
Mm.
or variable, and we still have key in the curly bracket. It's not I don't understand it, but at some point,
Confusion.
if somebody look at the code or the instructions, they will be like, you have key here and you still have key
Okay,
in the
this
code.
one is a variable. This one is
Yes,
just a normal string to
yes,
identify this one.
yes.
We can
Okay, sir.
decide not to even call it at all, not to even call this one at all, but just have to have more clearer picture. That's what we need to do to call it. So let's load, and you can see that we have keys, uh, country, value, Nigeria, key, occupation, value, software engineer. Are we together? So I have to call it up for this Python dictionary. I'm not going back here again. We are going to be seeing this in action when we start building. So done and dusted. You guys will go and read about tuple. I think tuple is on your this thing. Let me close this so that you can see the tuple. Go and read tuple. Let me go back to that. So I'll show you where tuple is. You go and read about tuple and sets. Read about tuple and sets. So this, you read about tuple and sets. Then the number one assignment, team President, are you here? Shut up your mouth. Shut them up. Okay. This is tuple, section 11. Go and read about tuple. All this thing each code member will explain tuple. When you are doing it, when you are learning this tuple, make sure that what's that called? It's very, you have to tell us the difference between tuple and list and the dictionary. I'm not going to teach about tuple. We have it there. So tuple is on section 11. Then sets. Sets. So go and read about set. Set is on section 12. So tuple and set. Now each cohort member will come and explain this tuple and set on Thursday during our presentation. So go and read about tuple and set. I can only cover what's that called? I can only cover Boolean and math so that we can proceed in building our projects. Are we communicating? Presido, the president not on this class. Presido, president,
I think he left.
His
He
Excellency.
left.
Okay. Now, additionally, the OTS, what is the name of that OTS platform? Um,
Bootcamp, bootcamp.
what is the name of that OTS?
Is it is it camp?
Is that?
Is it bootcamp?
People that should never even visit the OTS platform. Oh my God.
You mean the submission portal?
Yes.
The certificate portal, I mean, sorry.
Okay, so you should know how we finish your own decision. Okay, so the deadline for this thing is on Wednesday.
Mm,
The deadline, listen, and let me say it now. It is a live class. The deadline is on Wednesday. If by Wednesday you have not submitted your project, you will not be allowed to. If that you will not see this portal again. You number one, if by Wednesday, two, if by Wednesday you have not uh, pay your certificate, either soft copy or any of them at all, this class will not be for you. Your code group will not be for you. So we've given more than 3 months for you to finish up with your project. Those that have uploaded the information, the verification will commence tomorrow. Immediately you are verified, immediately the verification commence, I will be doing that manually. I think this if I show you and I will go log in, because you can log in here without admin, without password also. So the verification will commence on what's that call it? At least more than 40 or 30 persons have uploaded, that have made a payment for certificates. And then if you mention your project is approved, yeah, you get your certificate immediately. You use your certificate to download it on PDF. If you pay for soft copy, if you pay for hard copy and soft copy, you get it on PDF. You pay for hard copy, the address you put there, immediately I will reach out to you. The certificate is ready. All these people are paid, their names have been printed out. Immediately your audition is confirmed, I reach out to you and send it to your various location immediately. Immediately your project is confirmed. So let's start onboarding. Don't say I'm a very wicked person, because when we start taking action now, you will not like me. Thank you. Any question before I move ahead, please?
Hello, sir. We will pay delivery free.
If you are you pay delivery cost now. Now me, I'm a logistic person. If you have any delivering company that you want me to send it to, I will go there and send it. But me, I'll send it to the one that is close nearby. Yeah, we have I will use public logistics so that it will not be expensive. Like we have a lot of car that does logistics are here, Port Harcourt. They can send it to anywhere you are. Even they want them to bring it to your house, go, they can bring it. In our money. So you pay when the product get there, when the certificate gets to that place, you pay. Don't need to send me money to pay. So that's how we do it. When it get to your place, I'll give you the person number, you track the person, and then you pay from there. So that is it. Even though you're outside Nigeria. So what we are going to do is that we put it in courier service. These guys, what the GSL, like GSL, what they call it. Will get there. And the GSL will pay first before they send it in. So I will call you there, you talk to the person, make the payment, and then before we send it to anywhere you are in the world. So that is it. Let's fire down. Let's fire down. We don't have time. You come with the scan code and also verification code as well. So you can
So, so,
yeah.
so please, I need a brief instruction on how the uploads and the payment work, like
Okay,
like the
send me.
process.
The process is very simple. When you come to the portal here, if you are OTS member, like registered member, you put your email, like the guy now, like put the one of you say, and click on login. So if I've already done the process, it will send you a verification code on your email. Are you getting me? On your email. Then the reason why I send a verification code, to make sure that you have access to that email. After you verified, the next one to update your legal name, the way it will be written on the certificate. So the system does certificate by itself. The certificate is not done by us. So we already, the back end team, which is the the last edition student, uh, they developed that process, right? So when you put all those information, a way it will be written on the certificate, and then you make the payments. So now when you're signing up, when you're making payment, you will see 1,002 to pay first. Don't bother. Are you getting me? Upload anything. The main one to make payment is the payment of the certificate. If you choose soft copy, that means you are going to make payment for soft copy, which is about 7,005 or so, right? And that 7,005, that 1,005, which is the portal fee, is included in that 7,005. Then you make the payment on the account, upload your proof of payment. If you already made payment, just go next, go to where you upload the proof. Upload the proof of payment, the one you've made already, upload it there and click on submit. Immediately it's approved, your payment is approved. The next is to log in and upload your project. The project has to be hosted either on GitHub or on any platform, not putting the code. You have to be hosted so that when you click on it, we can view the website. Then inspect the website as well to make sure that what you promise is what you did. Then after that have been approved, the next is to see where to download your certificate. Download the certificate, and we download the certificate, which is very robust, but I'm going to be looking at the basic one. Probably when we move into the advanced side of it. So Python offer varieties of tools and libraries for performing mathematical operation, like the complex functions and calculation, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, float division, models, and expansion. So we are going to be looking at these various basic arithmetic operators or operation in Python. So what we are going to do here is let's have a comment. Maths in Python, we all know the basic. Let's say I have we'll have so I have something like total equals to 200. Let's have subtotal sub underscore total equals to 100. So here we can try addition. To addition, which is equals to subtotal. Of course, we can have print. Then this print, I have my F format. I say addition. Then we have this. The next one we're going to have here is subtraction. Of course, subtraction, we can have it this way: total minus this. Of course, print. This is just basic. We'll move into advanced very soon. We have similar subtraction of this. So the next one we are going to have is what we call multiplication, or let's say we have like we should have like a float division. So let's look at how we can get a float division in Python. So a float division, and what is float division? We're going to look at like float division in Python. It's just like is an operation that divides two numbers and return the largest integers lesser than or equal to the result of the division. Let's look at how to achieve that. So like I said, it returns two numbers, right? So you divide two numbers and then return the largest what integer that can be lesser than. It cannot be higher than, right? Lesser than or equals to the entire number. So let's look at that and quickly. So to achieve what we called a flow division, I will call the flow division underscore it's going to call the floor division. So the floor division use double slash. So let's print that to the floor division. So we're going to see the results. Then let's also have multiplication. Then let's have the printout for the multiplication. AI not the try. All right. So let's also have models. Then we'll print out the models. We'll also have expansion. Now, we all did mathematics when we are in primary school and also in secondary school as well. Even in year one in university, of course, we all did mathematics, which is actually everybody have to go through it. Mathematics, biology, chemistry, you do that.
So in line 74, the print is remaining T.
Line 74. I didn't get.
Line 74, the print is not complete.
Okay.
The print is not well spelled. Is remaining T to complete it.
Okay. So,
line 74.
Okay. So let's quickly comment on this and then so we can print each individually. And of course, if you sum this plus this will give you what? 300. That is self-explanatory. So moving to the next one, which is subtraction. So if you subtract this, to subtract the total from subtotal, we have the what? 100. So moving to floor division. So the floor division, let's also comment on this as well. Sorry. Let's comment on this also. Delete, then run. So that floor division, we are having 2. So who can tell us why we are having 2? Who can tell us why we are having 2? Who can tell us why we have? Okay.
Floor division will only give you the remainder.
Yeah. Fire down.
Floor division will only give you the remainder.
The remainder. So, what's the remainder?
The whole number, that's what it will give you.
Floor division will not give you the remainder.
The whole number, rather.
The whole. What do you mean by whole number? Explain it in layman term. Most of all,
It means it will reduce it to a specific number that doesn't have any a normal figure that doesn't have any float, which is you don't have anything like dots.
Okay, like a integer.
That's not decimal.
An integer,
yes,
right?
like decimal. Yes.
No decimal. So, like, let's say if we are getting something like this. Let's say, okay, let's say we have something like this. 10.09 this. This will return what? 10 if you are using floor division. So what floor division does is that it calculates the results of the division and then round it down to the nearest what? Integer. So the nearest integer, if you're having 1.0 9.99. So the nearest integer will not be what you are having like 8 point, there's a 7.89, right, or 90 something. That will usually give you 7 because the result cannot be lesser than, all right, getting me? It cannot be greater than, can be lesser than or equal to the particular number. So that's what floor division does. So let's move into the next one, which is already self-explanatory, multiplication. Of course, multiplication, we're having about 20,000 or so. Then we'll move to the next, which is the model. So we're having 0. That means who can tell us this modulus what it does? Why we having 0? Okay.
It returns the remainder.
Okay, return the remainder. So let's change this to like 59, right? 150, and then let's do that again. You can see the remainder here is what? Is 50. Why do we have 50? Who can tell us, break this in down? Why do we have remainder? Why do we have 50? In normal mathematical sense. Don't use programming sense, mathematical sense. Who can tell us?
I think I'll try.
Okay.
It's rounded if it goes to the nearest whole number.
You said?
It's rounded the figures to the nearest whole number.
0. If a
200 divided by 150. 1 remainder 50.
Okay, it will go around and remember what?
50.
Okay.
Now let me try. Good evening, sir.
Okay, yeah.
In modular arithmetic, we take note of the remainder after a divisor have gone into a number. Like 150 can only go into 200 once. Then the 50 is taking note of, you don't need to throw it away. So you write down the 50, which is the remainder. Then carry the answer straight to the next digits. Here now, we don't have other digits, so it just gives us the remainder straight. If there were other digits to calculate, that 1 would have been moved backward to it. So that's what happened. That's the back-end calculation the system did that did not reveal.
So who can do this calculation for us? That this calculation, who can do it for us? All this
like in Python.
Yes, outside the Python.
Or normal calculation.
Normal calculation. Why do we have remainder? So everything people are
And what happens now? That's what I'm telling you. This modular arithmetic, each answer is a modulo. So you have one modulo. Now, for example, this normally it's not complete. You're supposed to state the mode it's operating on, meaning the answer should not be greater than the mode. It's possible this thing is operating on mode 6, since there is 50 there. So if at the back end is working on mode 6, it means the highest number you can have is 5.
Let's see.
So it has 5 and 0.
Okay.
So they give you return 5 and 0.
Let's do that on this thing. So what we are going to do, right? All right, so do something here. So we are going to find a remainder of something. So let's see if we can particularize that. Okay. So let's look for the remainder, how we can calculate so we can do something like this. Okay, let's say let's try something like this. So let's see here, come here. So
Sir.
Yeah, Muchi.
According to definition of modulus operator, the expression 200 modulo 150 uses a modulo operation which returns the remainder of the division of one number by another. This is simple mathematics. 200 divided by 150. 1 remainder 50. So the remainder is what we, as in what you get as the modulus.
Okay.
Is the remainder.
So
it's a
now,
simple stuff.
okay. So what we need to do, at this moment is to, I want us in a way that people can understand it very well. If we use if you use 200 divided by 150, will give you 1.3, right? Is that it?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
good and fine. So in that 1.3, we're having the answer 1.333, right?
Yes. Flute.
Now, how many whole number do we have in 150 that fit into 200?
Just one.
Just one number, right? Good and fine.
Yes.
Now, in that whole number, so what we're going to do is that we will do this this way. 1. So in that one whole number, we can do something like this. 150 because it's 200. Let's have this 200 minus 150, right? Times the let's say times the, let's use this as times the whole number, right? Which will give you how many?
This will give us 200.
Will give you what?
225. 225.
I didn't get you.
It's 220. This will give you 225.
225. This is how the modular operator works, right?
Yes.
These are the modular operator works. So we are going to do what we call this is how it works. I'm trying to show you how it works. Then do this. I'm not a mathematician, but I think this minus 150. I think this should give you 50. If you use calculation and calculation, if you use a calculator, I'm not a mathematician. It may be wrong, it may be right. But I'm trying to see what happened behind the scene. Very important. I'm trying to see how to get what happened behind the scene. A good mathematician can help us that.
I'm thinking of something, sir.
Yeah.
In Python language, can we put the particular mode we are operating on? Because if this was to be done in normal mathematical sense, what we do is we say 200 divided by 150.
150.
Then you put it in brackets. Then right after the bracket, mode so and so.
Yes.
You can do this arithmetic in mode 2.
We are not doing mathematics.
Mode anything. So what I'm asking now is if it's possible in Python.
Well, okay, let's say for example, let me go. We have 6 orange. And wait, you are 2. You people have 9 orange. When that 9 orange share, you remember me. It's 1, Abi?
Yeah.
Is that what it means?
I know. I just want to know if there's a programming language.
That 1 orange cannot go everybody around. So that's the remainder. I mean, you don't finish, you might go to the next one. Well, I'm not kidding about this. So another thing we're also going to do is the one we call the last one, which is expansion. Let's quickly do that before we start building the app. The app will just take like 20 minutes. So that's why I'm wasting all this time. So expansion. So yeah, we'll have expand. I think we've done it already. Which is what is here. Let's remove this. So let uncomment on that. I'll also comment on this. All right. So who can tell us this expansion? Let me make it in a way that it will be a bit. Who can explain this? Okay. Okay. Before we explain that, let me use a smaller number. A smaller number like 10 and 5. Okay. Let's clear this off and run this. So the expansion we're having is how many? How many is this, please?
10,000.
10,000. Why are we having 10,000?
100,000. Okay,
100,000.
100,000.
So why are we having
It's
Exponential.
100,000.
I can see it now, 100,000. Exponential means raised to power. So
raised to
that 5
power
will multiply itself.
into
Let
what?
me see. Is it 5 raised to power 100 or 100 raised to power 5? If it's 100 raised to power 5, that
5 raised to power 10.
That is
5 raised to power 10. 5 will
that's
multiply itself sequentially 10 times.
that is 10 raised to the power 5.
10 raised to
Uh-huh.
power 5. Yes.
10 will multiply itself sequentially for 5 times. 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000, times 10 is 10,000, times 10 is 100,000, like that.
Okay. So that is what we have for this mathematics. Now let's do a bit about another maths before we move ahead. You need to go and explore. I will show you where to explore more about this maths, but I'm not going to cover everything here. I will do something like I'm coming, excuse me. Um, so okay, let's just do some few let's do some few maths like let's try to do some few things. What are we going to do next in this maths now? This maths is big, but the maths is very big, so very big. It's really very big. The math function, I just did the basic, so you can see the import math function, square root, set, flow. So the math should also be additional thing you can go and explore. Minimum, this will return the minimum of this number, this will return the maximum of this number, this will return the absolute positive number. This will return the math modular. So we have a math modular that you used to do advanced. The reason why I don't want to go through this math is more of data science. Those are doing data science. That the people that will explore this. We are only to look at flow. We are going to look now at flow in math. So before we need to use this, we also need to import. Yeah, we also need to import. So I will just look at the one that we are going to be making use of, not all. So look at the one that we will be making use of. So look at the one we will be making use of. So before we move on, let's start with random. Round and random, then flood division. I don't want to do all those ones because these ones are uh, a bit mm, Okay, let's look at something like this. Let's come back here. Look at random. So the random model in Python generate a random number. So a random number that starts between 0 and 1, right? So let's say you want to generate a random code, maybe a random something at all. Okay, you want to generate a random number within from the range or from 100, right? So the random is not actually an inbuilt Python model. The way you have prints, the way you have what's that called? The way you have a pass, if statement, else statement is not inbuilt in Python. You need to import it, right? You need to import. You are moving a bit advanced now. If I come here and type let's see random, you can see that it is not in Python. We are not seeing it. So if you whatever that is inbuilt in Python, make the type if you see that these are inbuilt in Python, right? So we just need to go import it. We can import it here. When you are importing, make sure that you use the import key and then import random. This is it here. So you can have access to do what? You have access to this random. You have access to this random. Then you also import it at the top before you make use of it, right? You import it at the top here. Don't come and type import it to, maybe import it down here. You now come here and be typing random. That will not work. You need to import it at the top. Because if you do that, it will not going to work at the top. Then let's call the random. Let's say print random. So you can say random dot random dot random. So random dot random. Let's save this and see what's going to happen. I want to comment on some of this as well. I want to comment on some of this. Okay, let's close this and print this out. The way you want to when you are calling model, it's always very slow. I don't know why. That's why I like using VS Code. We will integrate in VS Code later, but not now. So you can see that, like I told, random. Let's call the F function, please, so that we'll know what we are doing. Put this in curly bracket. Put this in curly brackets. To here is it. All right. So let's load this so that you can see. So you can see this random generates a random from 0, right? From 0, which is, if you reload it again, you notice that what we have here and what we have here will be different. So it generates a random numbers for us. That is the name, as the name implies, random, right? So we can also come here and type from 50 to generate from 50 to 100, right? Then let delete this first, then reload. What do we have here? Random takes no argument given. Okay, sorry. Let's have this. Okay, hold on. Random takes has no argument. One must give it. Really? Okay. Okay, I think this one does not take any arguments at all. Let's move to the next random. So we have random radet. So it's a random radet that takes an argument. So let's print that. So here we have something like random dot rounded. So which is this one. So this one takes like two arguments, starting and end. So we have what we call step starts, and then we have the end, right? So it starts from this number. So the starting number can be like 10, then the end number can be like 500 or 900. So the number that will be generated will be in between this print. Where are we having this error?
So I put a comma after the start
Yes, okay, yeah,
variable.
yeah. All right. So let's load that. So you can see that we have 25 next, we have 81 next, we have 59 next, we have we'll use this to do a lucky guess number. So when we start building if statement, we'll ask you to build a lucky guess number. When somebody type it, generate the number. If the number the computer generated and the one you generated is the same, they say you are very, very lucky. So when we start doing our if and else statement, so this actually generate that. We also have what we call choice. So the choice choose element in a list, and then which we have print. We also have range, which actually print the round range. So within the range of this, it will introduce within the range of 10, the range of 50, the range of 90. So we also have this one is start, step, and stop. So why this one start from start and what and stop. So let's look at another one. Let's look at another one like let's look at such as what are we looking at next? Okay, let's look at round, right? Let's look at round. So the round, what round does is that it rounds a number into a decimal place. So yeah, that's what it does. So let's say for instance we have something like this. I need to do fast so that I can start building this project before 11:30. So we have something like this. Let's say we have total underscore amount. Amount. So total amount you can say 70.14926. So let's say this is the total amount, and if you want to run this up into 70 let's into $70, we can do print put this here, then we can call run. That one is an inbuilt, so don't need to import anything. Brand, then here pass in the total. So total so let's save this. Let me comment on all these ones then. So I'll have my F. Yeah. So to inside this F, I can have something like a $sign, then put this one to a curly bracket, put this one to a curly bracket. So let's say this is a dollar now, right? So we have $70. Now another thing also, I can round this into two decimal place by applying what 2, put comma here. This can be rounded into two decimal places, which is we have 7.15. Are you getting me? So we look at here, you round this into two decimal place. So for you to get accuracy, you must use the round into two decimal places. So you can also run into 4 decimal place. Let's delete this. You can see 7.149, right? So if you want to get more accuracy, right? So you can see this will run this into this. But if you use only rand, it will mute all this. When you mute that, you are losing money. So if you want to get accuracy, you use the 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place will give you what? Exactly accuracy, giving you 70.15 cents. $7, $70.15. So you run that in decimal places. If you want to use with no decimal places, you remove this particular 2 here. So when we start building wallet, we'll make use of this Naira wallet, Naira and Kobo wallet. What again? I think we'll do that into 2 decimal places. I think that is all for rand. So let's quickly start building our project because we don't have time. So what are we going to build tonight? What we are building tonight is a very simple what's that called it? What is that? What do you have to say?
Yeah, I don't understand the functionality of the import that you use here. I want to believe the random is a keyword, right? Then the import is to import a particular keyword from where else
Random
we
is
use
not
it
a
before.
keyword. Random is a function. And
Okay, a function.
yes,
Yeah.
there are functions that are inbuilt in Python, like rand is an inbuilt. So we
Yeah,
don't need, you don't
yeah, I
need,
understand that part. The
yes,
part I'm confused is the import that you use.
yes. The
Where
import
are
is
you
for
importing
random.
it from?
It's for random. Is a Python library. It's an inbuilt
Okay,
Python library. It is a Python
library.
library, yes. So
Okay.
the same way we have mass. If you want to use mass, can import.
Yeah.
So you can use
Okay.
import mass.
So must you always import if you are using that that function, the
Yeah,
function like
library. So what
random?
is that library now? It has a lot of methods. We call this mass, no, capital. Yeah, it has a lot of function. Mass flow. You have a lot you can do. In fact, these topics for data science. Those doing a lot of calculations. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to do because I don't like maths. So right.
All right,
So
thank you.
can say you don't like maths, you do programming. Don't need mathematics to do programming. Don't mind them. When we are there, say you must know maths before you do programming. I laugh. Okay, let's do a big uh let's do a big like splitting how step by step to create the app. So what I'm going to do here is a very simple step. So what I'm going to do here is a very simple step. So let me explain the app first. So the first thing I'm going to do is one is that if the bill, so it's a bill calculate, if it's a this is a tip um tip calculator one. So this tip calculator, so what's going to happen is that let's say for example we have a bill, if the bill was about, let's say, $200, so we split we split between we split between 5%, right? So we split the bill between 5% with 12% tips. There are 12%, let's say 10% or 20% tip. So we all know what tips is all about, like just like a certain amount that you will add in a particular 20 a particular product you've purchased, either during the sharing formula, so that you can have add like 10% extra, then split it among yourself. Let's say you bought something for 10,000, so okay, let's add like 800 or 1,000 and split it in case of any transaction fee. And then, so what we need to do now is that each person should pay. So let's say if we are about if we're about five, if we're about each person should pay about, let's say if you're like 5 person, right? We're about 5 person, and in that 5 person, each person will split the bill, which is the amount, into 5 person, right? Then into 5 person, those amount will now times whatever percentage we are splitting the bill for. Like let's say for example we have 200, and that 200 want to split the bill into 10%, right? So 200 the total amount times that 10% will give you what each individual will pay. So the next one we are going to do here is we'll round that result into 2 decimal places. So what we are doing here is that we divide the entire amount into 5 and then times it to 1.2, which is about 12%, right? 1.2, you know that 1.2 is 12%, which will give each individual will pay like $40, right? That's what it means, $40. So let's say our total bill is $200, and then we split that total bill into 5 persons, then multiply by the 12% that we are splitting the bill. So everybody will pay $44. So when we are done with that, we now round. You're not giving me placeholder again, okay? Okay. We'll now round the bill into what? 4 decimal places. So we'll round the bill into 4 decimal places. So we are going to build this up. Please pay attention carefully how we can achieve this programmatically speaking, right? I explained this how it works. Anybody have any question regarding this tip calculator? What you don't understand, let me explain before we start building. Very, very important.
I don't understand it all.
Okay. Okay, let me explain better. So what we want to do here is that let's say for instance you went out with your friends, right? And you went out with your friends, you guys bought something. Are you getting me? And they decide to split the bill. Then you are 10, you bought something of 100,000, and that is split the bill among yourself. Now, mind the fact that okay, due to you are paying now, let's say for example, they are paying tax. Are you going to also split? How are you going to share the tax? Let's say 7% tax. You are paying, you're also going to pay 7% tax. Let's say Nigeria now they are paying 7% tax. So when you buy something of $100, 100,000, you also need to pay 7% VAT, right? So it's okay, this you are buying, you are not paying just $100, you are paying with extra 7%. So how are you going to split this bill among yourself, including the VAT? Do you understand? To share the bill among yourself. You finish, you went to your friend to go eat now, and you people will need to share the bill among yourself. So how do you intend to share this bill among these 5 persons? Are you communicating?
I'm listening.
Yes, including the VAT. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I explain more.
It's the sharing process that I want to understand now.
Yes, now the same process. You split the bill now by how many persons? Let's say a total of 50K. If people are 5, 50K divided by 5 persons.
10.
Then the VAT. How do you split the VAT too? That's a problem.
Why not get the percentage of the monetary value of the VAT, add it to the 50K, then you divide by how many will a day?
Yes.
Is that not the easiest way?
That is what we did here now, because there is no way you can get monetary value. VAT is not paid by the money; it's paid by percentage. So that's why we have this percentage, 12%. Let's say 12% or 7%, which means the entire amount divided by this times that 12% VAT. So that means each person will get a share, including VAT, of $44.
Okay.
So we want to do it programmatically. We want to build it as an app. That's what we want to do. a calculator that can do this without us stressing ourselves.
Okay. Now I understand.
So that is it. So let's fire down. We already spent like 2 hours. So what we are going to do here is that first thing we are going to do here is we have to say print welcome to our tip calculator, right? So in this tip calculator, let's start with the B. The B equals to inputs, right? The input, then you can see what was the total B. So right, what was the total B? Let me comment on all this thing. So because of the input here, like you all are aware, is to allow us input what information, right? To allow us input information. So let's comment on all this so that we'll not have also comment on all this. In fact, let's comment on all this from A to Z. Good and fine. So that you can have let's stop this one. So there they're telling us, so here we're having what was right. So the input allow us to type in information. So I will just give a space, then let's run it again. So you can see that there's a space here. So here they're telling us what was the total bill. So we are using an input. So we need to store this in a variable because we'll be needing it, right? So if we come here and print this out, the bill, then let's also, then here we'll have 200. So we put 200, you print it out. Now remember, sometime like money also come with dot, right? You can say $10 dot this, $5 dot this, $6 dot this. Now if you put this in type of this, sorry, let's check the type.
A string.
You give us string, which will not work. We cannot use it for calculation, right? Right, just say whatever I have here, you can say 200 plus B. Let's say total
200.
Close to then you can see what we are having here, unsupported type. So we can the 200 is a string, right? This B is a string. Why the 200 is a word, is a number. There's no way we can calculate a number and a string, right? And we want to convert this to either a float, because this time we are converting to float. What if somebody put, let's say the price is, the total amount is 200.90 cents, right? If you didn't convert it to float, there's no way it can work. So we need to put this to what? To
a float.
We need to convert it to float. So we call the float. And then we open here and we close, right? Right. You can see that we can even do our so you can even print that and try to print the total. Then let's stop this. This here. You can see 400. You can see what we have, 600.0, right? Right. That is why we are having conversion. So the next thing we are going
Hello, sir. Did you just write in the console?
Yes. Oh, wow. You don't. Is this the first time I'm joining this class? Is it people when they call class? Yes, now we write on the console using inputs. Are you not in this class?
No, I am in the class. I've just let me confirm.
You write in the console using input. Now this is not the first time we're writing on console now. That's why I say you need to be available on the class. You always attend classes. so that we will not be left out. In this input, what you used to write on the console. Are you getting me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So we use this. We have 400.0. Right. So let's remove all this. Let's also remove this. So the next thing we are going to do here is to put our tips, right? Let's say VAT. Let's say VAT. Here we have tips. Tips VAT. Then
float.
So say inputs. No, this tip is on percentage. We're not
So
giving.
some have points now,
No,
2.5% to something like that.
we'll indicate what we want them to do here. Don't worry. We can say we have here how much. Okay. So look at the percentage. So the reason why we are giving you 10, 12,
Okay.
15, we are not allowed to use 10.5%. If you want them to use 10.5%, you can still do it that way, but that depends on you. It depends on what you can do it on your own.
Yes,
Then
sir.
here we can convert this to.
I think this was the last assignment you gave us.
This is not the last assignment.
I did mine this well.
Okay. We have something like integer, right? You know we are converting to integer, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the next one we are going to do here is the next one is then how many people that are sharing the bill? How many people that are sharing the bill? We also use integer, right?
5.
So how many people that are sharing the bill? Enter people to split the bill. You understand all this one, right?
Yes, sir.
So now let's do our calculation. So what we are going to do is that.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
For it to prompt, for you to just bring out this code like that, does it mean that you've typed it before? Before you click on your tab,
Try it on your own.
Auto finish.
Okay.
Auto fill or something like that. It's AI.
It's AI.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not the first person that have done this. Are you getting me? I never typed it before. Try it on your own now and see. You get the same thing.
Okay.
If you don't get the same thing, you must get the same thing. Start from here. Put exactly keyword.
I've done that.
Is it showing?
Yes.
It's an AI.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not the first person that have done it. So the next one we are going to do here is to we are going to create a variable like, let's say, to get the percentage, let's say VAT underscore tip. This thing will make una go steal code well. All right. So equals to. So what we are going to do is to call this variable, which is tip, then divided by 100%, right? 100. So how many whatever percent we are giving here, which is whatever percent we are giving here, which is this divided by 100. So let's print this out. VAT tip.
Times.
No worry, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. So this is VAT tips, right? So let's click on this, and then so what we are going to have here is, let's say 200. Then they ask us how much tips. Let's click. There's a problem. So let's have a space.
VAT tips that you get there is the decimal.
Yes. Let's have a space here. I'm trying to have a space, so I'm coming back. Okay, let's say 200. Then this I want to give like 5%. The bill, how much bill want to pay the bill 5? So you can see that this total of dollar, what do they call it?
No. It's not the total of dollar. It's just the decimal, as in the equivalent of 5%.
The percentage.
The percentage,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay. the percentage. Each person will get
5% to pay.
yes, 5%. So that is what you're going to do. If you can also try that again if you don't understand. So the next thing we are going to do, let's comment on this. The next thing is that we're going to calculate.
Sir, the VAT tip is not complete. Times it by the money.
No, we are coming. We are coming. We are not done. We are not done yet. So the next thing we are going to do here is to times the VAT tips, which is here, times the what? The
money.
The amount, right? So what we're going to create a variable called total underscore VAT underscore tips. Okay. So the VAT tip, we're going to do the bill times what?
VAT tip.
The VAT tip. So we can still print it out. Print the total tips. So let's clear this and then enter. So we have bill is $300. Then let's say 10% tips VAT. Then how much people? How many people? 5 people. Then you can see we have what?
30.
Yes, 30. So total tips each person will pay is $30. Are you getting me? $30. That is what it is like. They pay VAT from the VAT. Each VAT. So this is not what each person will pay. It's the total VAT for this 10% of this $300. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, which is $30, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
hello, sir. Is there a way we can make it prompt with the dollar sign?
Yes, we can do it. No worry, we'll do it. We can do it.
Okay,
if you want to make a dollar sign, what you need to do, to use F
string,
then
curly
brackets, then you have your dollar sign again.
Right. No. The curly bracket should be inside.
Okay. Sorry. So let's clear this. Come here. $500. 10%. I went and leave it empty. We're also going to write the way that you can't leave it empty. So look at that. Then so you can see that we have $40. So the total VAT tips is what? Is $40. So the next thing is what next? Who can tell us what we're going to do next?
Bill and the total VAT tip. You add them.
Is that?
It's already there, sir.
You said what?
You get the sum of the bill and the total VAT tip.
Yes. So the total bill is the bill plus what? The total VAT tips. So then I think the next one we are going to do is the this year I thought I'll fire you. Oh, I'm sure I swear. Bill per person, which is equals to what? Bill per person.
Total bill divided by number of people.
So that means bill per person. What we're going to say total bill, which is here, divided by.
Yeah, just run it.
Yes.
Number of people.
Let run this first. Let run this one first. We can see F stream. Can see total bills. Then also print this. You can have like this again. All right. Let run this. So we having some issues
Line 111.
on line 111. Oh,
The last
okay. All right. So I like putting this on F stream that I can put my dollar sign. So let me also do dollar sign here. Dollar. Oh, right. So we have this dollar up, right? Dollar up, right? Okay. Let's clear this and run. So we have like 600. Then how much people we are splitting it by
5 people.
8. So you can see that total bill is $660, right, including the VAT, right? Then each person will pay $82 among the 8 persons that will split the bill. Let's do something. If this is a total bill per person, right? Let's say if we tried another thing, like if we like want to split it like 155, or let's say 254, 1,460 something. Then how much tips? Let's say we have like 5% tips. Then bills split by 5 persons. So now you notice what we are getting,
We
right?
use round.
So what we are going to do is that we can say print here I have my F, right? So we use round what? Round.
So why not add round to the bill, apart from the print? Let's add round to the main variable, into the main stuff.
This one, this or this?
Line 1 yeah, that
No,
side. There's an add
it's
round
not
to the total
it's not
bill,
possible.
whatever.
It's not possible to add it here because you
It's
are
just
assigning
on the total.
which of them?
You put round then in bracket. Bill per person equals to round in bracket. The total bill per divided by people will be inside the bracket.
This place.
Comma then
okay.
It will work.
Okay. I know it will work. It will work here, but I prefer doing it on the printing. So you guys understand this code, right? Rounded bill per person, which is 2. We have done this now. If you remove this 2 now, and then you come here to let's say we have 1,245 5. Can see that it ran. Let's round it by 2 decimal place. So when you run this by 2 decimal place, let me copy this bill so that we can see the difference. 2 decimal place, put comma, then run this. Two, three, 4, 5, 8, 9. How much tip? 10. How many people? 6. You can see. Round it into 2 decimal place. So can use a smaller number so you will not confuse yourself. Let's try that again. So how much total? Let's say $250. Then 10%. How many people? 5. Then we have $55.0 dollar. And you notice that it's not splitting this into two, right? Is it split into two decimal places? It's not split, right? It's only into one decimal place, right? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because it's an integer.
Yes. So see, what we are going to do is an integer. So what we are going to do here is that we can to split it into two decimal places. It's not split into decimal places, which is going to be a problem. Our customer will lose money if we not split into two decimal places. So what we are going to do, we can say how to need to Python into two decimal place. Okay, check out this. Let's go down to this. So I think the best thing to do is Python to decimal place format. So let's try this. Okay, I want to display as this. So I see what this guy said here.
Yes.
So that one is just showing one. So let's see, e.g. Okay. So this one says you should use new formats specification to define how your value should be represented. So say we should use this if we want to get having two here, 5.22, right? 5.220. So this figure is wrong. Mathematically speaking, it's supposed to be 22, right? Hello?
The reason why it's like that is because it's 55.00, so he just added 10.
Yes,
Oh,
the thing has to, so Django really, Python really give you a flow how to do that, but let's follow what this guy said. So this is what he said here: put 0, put 2, then full, you put dot format, right? So let's do that. Let's do that quickly. So we can do something like this. Let's see if AI can give us. Let's see if AI can give us. AI, don't shock you. Not thinking what this one again. Okay, let's do something like again. We're not going to press again.
Press escape to close. Okay.
Okay. So now, so what we're going to do, we'll say final total equals to. So we'll look at what we have here. So we can easily copy this. Copy that. So let me see. We have. I think what we have is we have this curly bracket. We have dots. Then we have F2. Okay. Then, so in this F2, we are going to have dots formats, right? So then that format, we pass in this person B, person pay a B, right? We pass in here. I think
it's showing error.
I'm coming. Person pay B needs to be in the bracket. So person pay B. So let's We'll also confirm this and compare this and this as well. Let's print. Okay. Final bill. All right. So let's come here and do 250 into 5 persons. 5% into 5 persons. So each person pay B. What are we getting here? Pay B. Each person pay B. Let's confirm that again. 100, 250. Let's say 5 and 5. 25.50. Okay, I think we should add something like 0 here.
Yeah.
Let's check.
Let's I have look at it.
Okay, I think we should add 0 there. All right, let's check that out. Let's try it again. 250.
You didn't put the dot.
What
Dot
is
in front of 2F. There's a dot in front of 2F.
Okay,
No,
yes.
the dot
Yes, we
after
can
the
decide
0.
to even remove this, put only dot. That will work. Without putting the 0, that will work. But because this dot represents the 0, no need to even put the 0 self. That should work, right? All right, let's try that again. That should work now. 5, 5. All right, so you can see we have 5.0. So this one, which one is more accurate?
The last one.
The last one. So please take note of this, because when we start building investment sites, when you be creating wallet, making sure you have accurate amount. This is what format you'll be using. So we are doing that now. Some people may think that we are not serious, but like I told you, we are not here to play. So this will be the project for the day 2. We'll commence the 3 tomorrow. Who have question?